Do you have diabetes or pre-diabetes? Or are you watching your diet? In this video, I'll share the top 10 fruits for diabetics and the 5 worst that can spike blood sugar. Be careful with those. Does this mean some fruits are totally off limits for diabetics? No. It means you should be more cautious when eating fruits from the last list. The fruits on the first list are safer. They won't raise blood sugar and have nutrients that boost metabolism and health. Wait, can diabetics eat fruit then? Yes, they not only can but should. You just need to know how to choose wisely. And that's what I'll cover in this video. To create this ranking, I'll use 2 factors. The glycemic index. What's that? If you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, you need to know this. Glycemic index shows how much a food raises your blood sugar. Basically, when you eat and digest food, it increases your blood sugar. Foods with a high glycemic index raise blood sugar more and are worse for diabetics. Low glycemic index foods are best, as they don't raise blood sugar as much. Got it? What do high and low glycemic index mean? A low glycemic index is up to 55. From 56 to 69 is a medium or moderate glycemic index. 70 or more is a high glycemic index. The second variable is glycemic load. It's as important as glycemic index, but rarely discussed. You rarely hear about glycemic load, but it's crucial. Sometimes that's why you can't control diabetes. You worry too much about the glycemic index, which is often discussed, and not enough about the glycemic load. But what is it? What's glycemic load? It's the amount of carbs and sugar in a portion of food. It's the sugar content. What's considered a low, moderate, or high glycemic load? Low is up to 9 carbs per serving, moderate is 10 to 19, and high is 20 or more. The key is choosing foods with both low glycemic index and low glycemic load. For this classification, portions must be the same. 120 grams. You can't compare a watermelon to grapes or strawberries by unit, okay? So we don't measure by unit, but by 120-gram portions. Let's start our list. Before we begin, I'll set a goal for this video. This is one of the most important topics. Food, fruits, and diabetes. I'm aiming for 15,000 likes, a bold goal. I need your help to spread this video and show it's relevant. If you've learned something so far, please help by liking this video. Let's start with the top 10 list, counting down from number 10 to 1. Number 10 is the apple. Apples are great for diabetics, pre-diabetics, and health-conscious people. They're high in fiber, low in glycemic index, 39, and have a low glycemic load, 6, 9, which is excellent. So apples are ideal for people with diabetes. They also contain pectin, which can improve your cholesterol levels. We know diabetics need to pay extra attention to cholesterol. That's another plus. Remember, always eat apples with the skin on, okay? Why? The peel has lots of fiber that lowers the glycemic index, aids digestion, and even reduces colon cancer risk. So it's a good idea to include apples in your diet. Number 9, pears. Pears have a glycemic index of 38 and a sugar content of just 4. They're also great for diabetics. Number 8, strawberries. Strawberries have a glycemic index of 40 and a glycemic load of 3. This makes them excellent for diabetics. Plus, strawberries contain anthocyanin, which is studied for heart health. They're packed with antioxidants that boost your overall health. So if you have access to strawberries, do you like them? I really enjoy them. It's worth adding them to your diet. Number 7, guava. Guava is also exceptional for diabetics. Why? It has a very low glycemic index of 23 and a glycemic load of just 3. It also contains less sugar. Adding guava to your diet is definitely worthwhile. Some say diabetics can't eat fruit due to fructose. That's a myth. Fructose itself isn't harmful. Excess is. Too much can harm your liver and blood sugar control. But fructose in guava or strawberries won't hurt your health. You can relax about that. Number 6 is passion fruit. Passion fruit is also great for diabetics. It helps with sleep, crucial for diabetics, among other benefits. It has a glycemic index of 27 and load of 5, so it's excellent too. Number 5, avocado. Avocado is one of the world's best fruits. It's packed with monounsaturated fats that boost your good cholesterol, HDL, and improve your overall cholesterol ratio. Plus, it's loaded with antioxidants and has a low glycemic index of 10 and load of 2, making it excellent for diabetics. but I've heard avocados are high in calories. True, they're calorie dense due to healthy fats, but eating too much can lead to weight gain and worsen insulin resistance. You know what I mean? The amount of fat in adipose tissue. So, enjoy avocados, but in moderation. One serving a day is enough to reap the benefits without excess calories. Note that fruits like strawberries and guava are low calorie because they're low in fat. Now, avocado is excellent for blood sugar, but it's very high in calories. So it's on our diabetes list, but with an asterisk. Number 4, oranges. Whole oranges, okay? Not orange juice. By the way, fruit juices aren't good for diabetics. Why? When you make orange juice, 200 milliliters contains about 23 to 25 grams of carbs. Remember, up to 20 is moderate, 10 to 19, and 20 plus is high. So a glass of OJ averages around 25. That's not ideal for diabetics. Plus, I'm talking glycemic load, but the juice's glycemic index is also much higher. So, whole oranges. Eating an orange has a glycemic index of 40, very good, and a glycemic load of 5. That's for a 120 gram portion. So it's also excellent for diabetics. The third best fruit is kiwi or kiwi fruit, depending on where you're from. Same fruit, different names. Kiwi has a glycemic index of 38 and a glycemic load of 9. It's right on the borderline. But kiwi has other benefits. Antioxidants and studies show it may lower blood pressure. This matters for diabetics who worry about sugar and pressure, so include kiwi in your diet. And the number 2 fruit, second on our list, is the peach. Peaches have a glycemic index of 42 and a glycemic load of 4. They share qualities that make them good for diabetics and pre-diabetics. This video applies to type 1, type 2 diabetes, and pre-diabetes. It's also for those focusing on their health. People ask, is type 1 the same as type 2? Many details differ, just so you know. But for fruits, I've tailored info for these diabetes types too. Got it? This includes LADA and MODI diabetes types as well. Understood? The only exception is diabetes insipidus, which is a different story. And the number 1 fruit is cherries. Cherries are also excellent for people with diabetes. Besides being part of the healthy red fruit group, cherries have a glycemic index of 27 and a glycemic load of 6, making them excellent for diabetics. Oh, we're not talking about canned cherries, right? We mean fresh cherries. Canned cherries are a different story. Those are among the worst fruits for diabetics. But fresh cherries are definitely excellent. Let's move on to the worst list. I'll highlight the 5 worst here. When I say worst, it means you need to be more cautious. They're not forbidden, okay? Let's not misunderstand the information. The video's goal isn't to ban foods, but to warn you. Agreed? It's 5. I'll start again in descending order, and number 5 is banana. Even bananas? Yes, bananas require more attention from diabetics. Why? They have a glycemic index of 62, much higher than the fruits on the first list. If you don't recall, rewind the video a bit and compare. Bananas have a glycemic index of 62 and a load of 16, much higher than fruits like guava or avocado. But I heard bananas are rich in potassium and vitamins. Yes, bananas are good, but diabetics or those watching blood sugar should avoid or eat them cautiously. If you really want to eat bananas, be very careful with the amount you eat. And number 4 is pineapple. Pineapple needs extra attention too, with a glycemic index of 59 and glycemic load of 14. It's moderate in both, but I had to rank best and worst fruits. Pineapple's on our watch list due to higher sugar content. So, it's not as extreme as some people claim online about pineapple. Number 3, mango. Mango also needs extra care, with a glycemic index of 56 and glycemic load of 14. But I've heard mango is rich in fiber, aiding digestion and potentially regulating blood sugar levels. Yes, mango has fiber, but remember, it's also high in carbohydrates. When managing blood sugar, don't just focus on fiber content. You need to consider other factors I'm explaining here too. People often say, which might sound odd, adding chia or flax to fruit makes it healthier. What you're really doing is improving the glycemic index, how it affects blood sugar, but the glycemic load, the carb amount you should mind, stays the same. It might even increase slightly due to the fiber's carbs. So be cautious about this, okay? It's not enough to add chia and flax and eat guilt-free. That's not the right approach. You need to understand the composition, quantity, and glycemic index. Number 2, papaya. Papaya has a moderate glycemic index of 58 and a glycemic load of 12. It has benefits like papain for digestion, but it's on our list of fruits to watch out for. I want to add 2 points here. Before we get to number 1, let's talk about dried fruits. Dried fruits aren't recommended for diabetics. Why? Dried fruits like apricots or prunes have higher glycemic indexes and loads due to water removal. Some dried fruits, like prunes and apricots, have a glycemic load of 30 or more. Look, that's much higher than the ones I'm talking about here. This is for a portion of about 4 ounces, so you should avoid dried fruits. It's not even good to eat in moderation. It's best to eat just a little. If you can cut dried fruits from your diet, you'll be doing yourself a favor. Another thing to note, these values can vary based on how ripe the fruit is. Greener fruits have a lower glycemic index. Riper, sweeter fruits have a higher glycemic index. Got it? I'm using average values here. That's why you might see slight variations in other lists. Okay? It doesn't mean one's right and another's wrong. Riper fruit has a higher glycemic index, which is worse for diabetics. Number 1 is grapes. They have a glycemic index of 60 and a glycemic load of 12. But aren't grapes healthy with antioxidants and flavonoids? Yes, but diabetics should still be careful. Now, is watermelon good or bad for people with diabetes? The lists are done, and watermelon didn't make the best or worst. So what now? Why did I do this? To draw your attention to this fruit, a favorite for many. Watermelon is indeed excellent, with many benefits, vitamins, and L-citrulline, which can help lower blood pressure. For diabetes, it has a low glycemic load of 3 per 120 g serving, but a higher glycemic index of 72. Combining these traits, watermelon could make the best list. But who eats just one slice of watermelon? It's hard to stop at one serving. So, let's reflect on this for a moment. What really matters is the amount of fruit you eat. If you can moderate your intake, watermelon is a great option. Want to know about any other fruit I didn't mention? Write in the comments and I'll respond. Also, rate this video from 0 to 10. If it's a 10, I'll make more like this. With your comment, mention where you're watching from. Which city are you viewing this video from? I'm speaking from Porto Alegre. Now you know fruits. Want to learn about veggies? You'll be surprised by this next video. It's about best and worst veggies for diabetics. You'll enjoy it. Take care. See you next time.